Today I'm going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 6 Episode 1. I noticed at the beginning that they all have like new little catchphrases. And I was like, okay, that's cool, that's cool. All the girls from last season are back. All of them. But we'll get to that. Yeah, so it starts off with Nene and Greg. You know, she the head bitch, so they gotta start the show off with Nene. They're opening up their wedding gifts, because I Dream of Nene ended last week with the wedding, so they got to start off with her opening her fabulous gift from Tiffany's and this and that and people and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there like, okay, whatever. She opened up a gift from Teresa from Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I'm sitting there like, bitch, send that back. She might need that. She needs some money. She needs to pay some court fees. But whatever. She had all these little nice gifts or whatever. She kept on saying she had these gifts, and Greg had told her, wait, stop, boo boo, this is our gift. He called her ass up, called her out. She was just like, oh yeah, like, nigga, that ain't yours. You ain't cutting no cheese. You ain't whatever else she got. Shut up. Greg, you knew what she meant anyway, but Greg to me wants his fame too. They talk about the new normal being canceled and her being back at home. They talk about her favorite part of the wedding. Her favorite part was when her boys walked her down the aisle and Brett was crying and he was talking about, she said that he made Brett cry. He was like, shit, I wasn't going to be the only one, so hell. So that was cool. They talk about Portia. Everybody on this damn thing talks about Portia and Cordell's divorce and how he did her and how messed up it was and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it was. We'll get to that. Yeah, that's basically it with Nene. Portia and her sister, they're on their way to the attorney's office. They talking about how they didn't think this could be done. This was a shock for Portia, and I can understand that. She goes to the lawyer or whatever, and she had never really been to that. He asked her if she had a deposition before. I'm like, nigga, this is her first wedding. Of course she never done this shit before. Come on now. So, she was talking about how she's going to fight fire with fire and this shit. She's not going to be his punching bag and all this kind of shit. She said she think Cordell is going to settle because she knows a lot of secrets of his. And I'm sitting there like, I hope this shit be played out on this show. I hope he don't hurry up and go get her shut down from telling every damn thing. Because my thing is, yeah, I know it's their business of what happened. And yeah, they secrets is between them and their marriage or whatever. But the way he did her, I just hope she exploit everything about him. But Portia, if you are, please have proof. Please don't just be on here making accusations, then he have a reason to sue your ass. Then I'm like, do I really want to see Portia be the bitter bitch? Yeah, I do. I ain't gonna even lie. Part of me, I want the first half for her being the bitter bitch, and then the second half, I want to see her get her shit together and say fuck him. I do. I really want, I usually tell bitches like move on, fuck him, whatever. But the way he did her was so cold and stuff like that. So, and until he tell his side, I'm going to always believe he did her so cold. She talks about, he asked her, do she want this? Because they asked her how did she find out. She said through Twitter. I thought that was really fucked up. He asked her, does she really want this divorce? And you can tell the way she talked. She really loves her husband. She really don't want this divorce. She stood up by him. Even through that attorney office, she could have spread his business right then and there. And she didn't. And so you can tell right then she's still trying to hold on to his secrets. She just wants him to want her. So sorry. She says she wants to make this list and she wants him to give him this list. And if he abides by this list, they can work on it. If not, so be it. Okay. Cynthia, she's at the Bailey agency. They're moving out. They're going to move to a new location. She's talking to Carlton. If you do not follow Carlton on Twitter, I have been following him for a long time. His at Mr. Carlton or Mr. Couture. I think it's Mr. Couture. And I've been following him before I even knew that he even knew Cynthia Bailey, and I always liked his commentary from reality shows. So if you don't know who he is, check him out. You know, sometimes I don't agree with him when he on this show, but I like him. He's one of her baby boys. So he was telling her how grateful he is or whatever, and they talked about that. Then they talked about her opening like a fashion school and how she's moving to this warehouse location across the street or next door or something to Peter's Bar One thing. So she said Peter went and bought this and didn't consult in her, and I said, oh shit. We could tell it's going to be some problems in their marriage this season because he's not consulting and it's their money. But I'm so glad she always put it out there she has a prenup, because Peter's not, to me, it's not good with money. We could see that from the first season that they were on this show, that he wasn't good with money, so you got to watch your coins. What else? As they getting ready for the, move or whatever, Kenya walks in. Cynthia shocked because she was like, I ain't seen this bitch in months. This, it was bad blood since the reunion. So Kenya walks in talking about, I'm back, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, this was one bitch I could have really. They could have just left this bitch in Africa, wherever the hell she was at. Because if you guys know from any reviews I've done on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I don't like Kenya. I can't stand Kenya. Not gonna like her. I don't think I'm going to like her this season. Not going to happen. Even from this episode, you could tell I'm not going to like her for the rest of the damn season. So she walks in. They talk about her eviction. She was talking about how this lady just was out to get her and all this kind of stuff. And part of that I think is true, but part of that, Kenya, you brought the shit on yourself. Kenya thinks she's so larger than life that some things should be handed to her and she shouldn't have to do things and all this kind of stuff because she's Kenya Moore. Bitch, don't nobody know you. I know you because I'm over the age of 30. So that's why I know you. But the young kids don't know you. So please come down. Please come down. Twirl your ass back down on to reality. They talked about, she was talking about how nobody reached out to her. And Cynthia just basically told her, like, bitch, everybody had their own stuff. Portia's going through her stuff. Phaedra just had a baby. Nene's just had a wedding. She was like, well, she said in her confessionals about she don't like Portia and Phaedra, so she's not tripping about them reaching out. But she wished that Nene and Candy reached out. And I'm sitting there like, because you got evicted. My thing is, you're Kenya Moore. Didn't you have houses in LA? Bitch, go stay there. You're not that damn homeless. Whatever. So, anyway, they talked about her and the wedding, her being invited to Nene's wedding, and she felt something kind of way because Walter was invited to the wedding. Bitch, are you serious? Walter's everybody's friend, and nobody's your friend. So what is the damn problem? But she felt like Nene is her friend, so Nene shouldn't invite Walter. Nene is not your friend. She let it be known on the reunion how it was in this circle. So she's none of you guys' friend. Maybe Cynthia's a little bit, but you other bitches, no, she's none of y'all friends. So you should have been happy she even invited you to the wedding, especially with your crazy ass antics after the reunion. But you should have been lucky. And for her to get mad because Walter was invited, bitch, sit on the other side. It was 400 fucking guests. Bitch, you could have sat on this side, he could have sat on this side, and it wouldn't have been a problem. You wouldn't even know that he was there. Just saying. Unless you wanted to make it a scene. But you couldn't have made a scene at Nene's wedding because Nene would have got in your ass. That's why you didn't go. They showed Phaedra at her new home. She's getting built. It's still being remodeled. Apollo telling her it's going to take a month. She just had her little baby, Mr. President. We don't know his damn name. But we got Mr. President and we got her little prince, little dude, Aiden. So I'm like, why could we know Aiden's name, but we can't know the Mr. President name? Really don't care. But we'll move on. Yeah, she got her house redone. She ready to go back to school. She ready to go back to work. She ready to do all kind of shit. Bitch, sit home, be a mama. That's why your husband doing what he doing. But I don't get no man to pass just because you want to go work. But I just feel like, sit your ass down. You're doing too damn much, Phaedra. My thing is, that's another one. I wouldn't have even cared if she came back. But I guess we gotta see what's gonna happen between her, Apollo, and Kenya. So That's why she's back. Because other than that, I'm like, Phaedra don't have a storyline to come back. Candy and Todd, they at their house. She's making him breakfast. She love, being the woman to do for him as far as being in the house, cooking for him. She says she's not his sugar mama. I don't see that for them. Apparently it's been rumors that, he's an opportunist or whatever. She don't see that. The things that I've seen on Twitter and Instagram from Candy, I don't see that. So we'll see. I mean, they talk about the wedding because he bring up the wedding plans. She was talking about she don't know if she's going to have a big wedding because she never said she wasn't going to get married. She just said she wasn't going to have a big wedding because her mama wasn't really supportive. And he like, we need to fix this. We're going to be family. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that about Todd. Because usually some dudes would just be like, fuck it, it ain't about your mama. But he just was like, we need to talk. So we'll get into that through the season. Portia and... I like how Todd called the girls because they brought up Portia and they were talking about how Cordell did Portia or whatever, and what's his name? Todd he caught them the Get Fresh crew, and he was like, the Get Fresh crew messed up their wedding, and I laughed because I was like, I can see that, but I can see that I think Portia being on this show kind of fucked up they wedding too, because I don't think Cordell was trying to show a lot of that was going on. Then other girls was in her ear, and then she wanted to be a career, and that ain't what he wanted out of a wife. I think he did go about it the wrong way. He did go out of the bitch move or whatever, but I see both sides to this story with their marriage. So I'm not going to try to go in on Cordell, and I'm really not trying to go in on Portia. But because I kind of see both sides with them, where you knew you signed up to be a housewife, and then you get on this show, and that ain't what you wanted. You wanted a career, you wanted this, you wanted that. Then you wanted a baby, but you wanted somebody else to take care of it. So I got where Cordell was coming from. I just feel like I said, he did it the bitch way. She's at her mom's house, and they're talking about the deposition. It didn't go the way she wanted it to go, so she's crying and all this kind of stuff. She was talking about, Cordell was talking about if she wasn't home at a certain time, she was getting her ass locked out. And I'm sitting there like, you don't have a key to your house? And you guys been married for 2 years? Okay, but whatever. Because I would have broke some windows. You ain't gonna lock me out of my motherfucking house. I don't give a damn if I don't pay no bills, no rent, no nothing. But I'd be damned if I don't have no key to my house. I'd be damned if you tell me I can't come in. I would have bust some windows. The police would have came and they would have been like, okay, take that up with the court. They wouldn't have did nothing because I live there. I get mail there. So, boo. Just saying. She talked about how he didn't give her a good reason or a reason for why he was divorcing her. Her mama started crying. She was just like, I went through this. I didn't think I would have to go through this with my kids. She really started going off about Cordell and about his image. They all basically started going about his image, about him being... They kept on making accusations about him being gay. I don't know if Cordell gay. I don't really care. I just feel like, bitch, if he was gay then, you should have brought it out then. Don't try to bash him now to get your point across now. My thing is, you was going on every radio station, everything to defend him, and now this is not a good look to try to defame him by that way. Defame him by some other shit. Say he was controlling, say he was this or that, but do not say that he was gay when you defended that accusation the whole fucking last season. And I like Portia, but I'm just saying. Anyway, on to the end, to Cynthia's event. She has an opening for her little warehouse fashion school, a Bailey agency, whatever the hell it was. It was an all-white party with a sprinkle of black. Everybody looked really, really nice. Everybody came. Everybody started showing up. When Kenya showed up, everybody started disappearing. Nene didn't want to deal with her. Phaedra didn't want to deal with her. Only person gave her some kind of action. Because even when Candy seen her, Candy just left. Candy was like, I gotta go. So I don't know if she had another event to go to. But when she saw Kenya ass, she was just like, bitch, you gotta go. Todd didn't care for her. Nobody. But only person gave her some kind of little anything was Portia. And I'm sitting there like, bitch, she don't like you. You don't like her. I wouldn't have gave her the time of day. So anyway, they start talking, and Kenya start bringing up Portia's marriage, and I'm like, but you don't like her. She was like, well, thanks for the text. I got the text, but I'm like, but you don't like me. So why are you asking so many personal questions about my man and my marriage or my divorce or whatever it is going to be? That ain't your business. You should have been like, bitch, you look nice. Thanks for being here. I'll see you later. I'm going to get a drink. Goodbye. That's all that conversation should have been. But personal shit, you don't like her, you don't need to know. And I'm glad how Portia shut her ass down and was like, I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm here for. And brushed her ass off. Cynthia, as Nene them running from Kenya, Cynthia taking everybody on a tour, and they end up running into each other. Next thing you know, Kenya and Nene is kind of going back and forth because, like I said, Kenya feels some kind of way about Nene not reaching out to her. Nene like, bitch, I have my own damn issues, my own stress, I have my own wedding. Bitch, what? And Nene like, bitch, you wasn't homeless. Like, come on now, get over your goddamn self. She was talking about how she had her wedding to plan. Nene tried to walk away. Nene kept trying to walk away from this dizzy bitch, and she just kept following her. And I'm like, this bitch need to twirl somewhere else before Nene hurt this hoe. Nene is trying not to be the Nene in first season where Nene would have popped the shit out of Kenya. Because, you know, Nene know people is watching her. The white folks watching her. The big networks and shit like that is watching her. And they want to see how she react. So she can't give Kenya that satisfaction that she wants. And Kenya just trying to go after the big dog because Kenya trying to stay on the show. But I'm like, Kenya, that's going to get your ass fired mid-season. I'm just saying, you better calm your little ass down. I know you getting Bravo ratings, but going after the big dog ain't the right move. I'm just saying. And I'm not just saying, you know, I like Nene or nothing like that, but I just know how the shit work at Bravo with Nene. I'm just saying, she is Real Housewives of Atlanta. So as Nene keep trying to walk away, Kenya's following her. She brings up Walter in the invitation. Nene is like, bitch, I can invite whoever I want to. She was like, did you invite Cordell? Bing! Portia like, wait, did I hear Cordell's name? Wait, hold on. Especially when it's coming from Kenya. You never know what the fuck she's saying. So she was just basically like, did you invite Cordell? Because you invited Portia. And she was like, I invited Portia and her +1. If he would have came, he would have came. But Nene just basically told her, bitch, I can invite whoever I want to. This is my event. When I plan an event, it's not about you. It's about how fabulous I'm going to be. Kenya kept getting mad because Nene kept walking the fuck away. Nene's talking about something about fuck her or some shit. But I know she cussed at her and it kind of went off. And I was just like, whew, this season is going to be pretty interesting with Kenya back. I'm just saying. And it's going to be interesting her going at Nene because I want to see Nene's reaction. I want Nene to come back from season 1 and pop that bitch in the throat. I don't want Nene to just be like, oh, I got to be classy. I got to be this. I got to be that. And it seems like the season is going to be good. I want to see the shit between Candy and her mama and Todd and everybody else. I want to see that shit go down. I really too much can care for about the shit with Peter and Cynthia, because I'm like, bitch, you went through it when you first came on. You knew he was bad with money, so I really couldn't care less. The shit with Phaedra, Kenya, and Apollo, I could really care less, but I'll watch it anyway. But like I said, I'm only watching to see the shit between Kenya and Nene and the shit with Candy. Other than that, these other pictures can be replaced. I'm just saying. So anyway, that was my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 6, Episode 1. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I do everything by The Ghetto View. T-H-A, not T-H-E. Make sure you follow my girl, Ashley Miller, 1987. Ashley Shy Miller on Twitter. Check out Mike B 801 on YouTube. And Mike B 80 on Twitter. Check out some more love. We all doing great reviews and we'll talk to you back. Check out my girl Bondi. Check out Scotty from Mr. Still Standing. I'm quite sure, much love from KY, Nina. I'm quite sure she's going to also talk about the Real Housewives. She always calling them hoes or bitches or some shit. So I'm quite sure she's going to review them too. So check her channel out. And I'll be back next week for episode 2. I will be reviewing this season, so don't worry about it. I will continue to review this. Alright, peace.